Hey guys, IceWire here, and today we are going to be talking about the Witcher Netflix series. Now, another leak has just sprung aboard. It has surprised us, if you will, and that is a little tiny look at Henry Cavill as Geralt. I gotta admit, I have been relatively lucky in coming across these little leaked images here and there. So I wanted to show you guys, see what you think, and give my own opinion on what I think of how this looks, and yeah, that's pretty much the plan. So without further ado, let's check out the photo. Well, first off, it has the caption leaky leaky. Now, originally when I saw this, I thought it was a photo of Henry Cavill taking a piss in like full Geralt costume, and that's not the case. In fact, that is quite far from the case, so I don't know how I got that, but to be fair, I looked at it at like 3 in the morning, so can you blame me? So here we have Henry in full Geralt costume, if you will, and immediately the first thing that I notice is that this wig looks a little less Legoless-y to start with. I mean, from the first screen test that we saw that Netflix gave us, Henry's wig was it was hair goals. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I wish my hair was that long, gorgeous, and flowing on a day-to-day basis. This one looks a little bit more like you'd expect from Geralt, just in my personal opinion, I believe. If you zoom in a little, it looks like there may be a bit of scruff. So whether or not we're getting a slightly scruffy Geralt, who knows? Perhaps we are. But it could also just be the lighting and, you know, some 5 o'clock shadow that's not quite shadowy, it's, you know, white, that they've given Henry for his look as Geralt. I also really like the armor on this. It kind of reminds me of the like base game armor in Wild Hunt. I can also see that there's quite a bit of darkness around Henry's eyes as well, along with what appears to be like a bit of hollowness or like definition around the cheekbones, which is good because, you know, Geralt is quite a rough fellow, and even though this picture is blurry, I do hope that they lean into the more gruff, less pretty boy looking, you know, side of Geralt, you know, the rough and tough Geralt that we know. So that's what I'm hoping for, and from the looks of this, you know, it's promising. So of course these images are pretty blurry, and you gotta do some real #hackerman stuff to, you know, really get into the details of what we're looking at. And that is just a little tease at what our boy Henry Cavill looks like as Geralt of Rivia. So first off the bat, his hair. Much better. Much more messy and kind of gross looking. Well, not really gross looking, but it looks matted almost. Which is what you'd expect when you go travelling around in the woods, you know, slaying monsters. That's what your hair's gonna look like. It ain't gonna be that perfect, gorgeous, flowing, Legolas-worthy hair that we got to see in the Netflix teaser. And again, this is also a younger Geralt, so, you know, he's allowed to look a little bit pretty, but not too pretty. One other thing that I liked about it is the armor. I think the armor looks really good. It's, you know, classic leather armor, sturdy, but it's not heavy armor, it's light. Geralt can be agile in it. I can see the practicality in it as well. So that's also a really good thing. And overall, I don't know, I just feel like maybe we should lighten up a little bit on Henry Cavill here. Granted, I know a lot of us here, myself included, our introduction to Henry Cavill is Superman. And whatever your opinion is on Henry as Superman, that's up to, you know, personal preference. You might like him, you might not like him. But I feel like we shouldn't judge his acting ability on Superman alone. I know a few people are worried about the casting. I mean, I talked about it in my last Witcher video with Anya Chalotra as Yennefer. But this time around we're talking about Henry, and I think, depending on the role, he can have quite a lot to work with. I was pretty neutral on him when it came to him as Superman. However, if you've seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E., he is so good in that. I loved him. Charismatic and like witty and like he can fucking act when you give him shit to work with. And as we all know, you know, The Witcher is filled to the brim with vibrant, interesting characters that you can really, you know, work with here. And taking that into account, I think, you know, why not give him a chance? I don't know, I feel like, I don't know, man, I like him. I don't really have any qualms against Henry as Geralt, especially considering he's a fan of The Witcher. Which is also pretty good because if you take that into account as well, you know, we're getting somebody as Geralt that knows Geralt. And yeah, maybe it's just the games that he has experience with and just a little bit of the books. But he gets the gist of Geralt. And, you know, he's apparently put in quite a few hours into The Witcher, the video games. So, you know, I think we're onto a good one. But then again, we just gotta wait and see. For all I know, I could just be talking out of my ass and he's completely shit, despite being a fan of the games and, you know, having an avid interest in the books. So yeah, take from that what you will. Anyway guys, that is it for me today. What do you think of this little tiny leak that we got of Henry in full Geralt garb? Do you like it? Do you feel a little bit more positive? Do you feel negative still? Just any and all thoughts, let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear them. Consider supporting me on Patreon as it feels to grow for my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons, of course. They are Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Caroline Richardson, Puladora, and Kay. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you guys later next time on the channel. And I'll be keeping you all up to date with Witcher Netflix stuff in the very near future. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!